All right, I think we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. We had some Wi-Fi issues. Not sure why.
We're back.
But now we have, not sure how much you guys heard, but now we have this Pixel Book that we're on for the Facebook Live as our priority device. So it will kick off other things before this. So we should be better, hopefully. So we're talking about how in 1983, the Apple IIe was provided to almost every school in California.
The computer I had.
And I had the Apple SE at home.
The IIe.
The SE.
The
it was very similar.
Printer.
Dot matrix printer.
Yep.
And no internet back then.
Yes.
No internet.
You had to put in the startup disk.
The floppy.
Yeah, big. I mean, it was like this freaking big.
Yes.
And then you pulled it out, put the program disk in,
Yes.
what you wanted to do.
That's right.
Whether it was AppleWorks or Oregon Trail. Or,
Oh yes, AppleWorks.
Yep.
Of course.
I did all my. I had it. Oh, Tessa's mom says hi.
Spelled my name wrong.
Oh, your name is not spelled very common, so
it's okay.
It happens all the time.
My name's always spelled wrong too.
Yes. Our last name gets butchered all the time too, so we're used to it.
Yeah, no big deal.
Let's see.
Let's see. So, Amy said her favorite gadget is the teleprompter when her kids, because they have a production studio.
Oh, cool.
So that's pretty neat. She says that helps kids level up their speaking, listening, and teamwork skills.
Yep.
Look, Mr. Dane says he loved coding that turtle in BASIC. Did you ever do that?
Nope.
Did you code the turtle? Yes.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, there's a turtle, and you would code it to go from one direction to the other, and then you'd make it like draw things. It was a little turtle, and you would like program it to do different things. I did it when I was a kid. I loved it.
My name.
Yes, that's correct.
She said that she should have just said bend it.
Yeah,
that's
good point.
Easier.
Good point.
That's better.
There's Jangoyette. So I don't know if you heard that, the answer to your question, but yes, I do remember Oregon Trail and Carmen Sandiego. I love those. And Ashley said she played Oregon Trail at school earlier this year, right? Yeah, but I bet it was in color. Yeah, we played it in black and green. No color.
Everyone was sick. We had to stop a lot and go.
Do you have dysentery?
What's in dysentery?
That's the common. That's what everybody got sick with.
That's the most common.
I actually our group got it a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty common. So question 3 asking about computing systems. Basically, like, what don't we use computing systems for? So I put that. Grandma Jan said, "Good for you, Ashley." And look, she spelled your name right.
Finally.
So yeah, basically Chromebooks, iPads, smartphones are all used to access content, check on calculations, create digital documentation of learning, facilitate collaboration and communication, like pretty much anything. You can do pretty much anything on there at the moment. Question 4 just dropped. This is going to be an interesting one. The first interactive whiteboard was released in 1991. Does a smartboard, Mimeo, or Promethean board enhance learning for students? Why? Or why not? Oh, Tessa says hi too.
Hi, Tessa.
That's funny.
So let's see.
Yep, she got it right now. See? So question 4 asks about that first interactive whiteboard was released in 1991. Does a smartboard, Mimeo, or Promethean board enhance learning for students? Why or why not? I mean, it did when it first came out, but then once I had every key with a Chromebook, I almost said I didn't need that anymore. Because only one person at a time could use the smartboard or Promethean board. So I prefer a Jamboard, which probably costs the same amount of money almost.
It's less, I think.
Is
it's
it?
like $5,000, and those really nice Prometheans are more.
Okay. A Jamboard, you can have multiple people, like the whole class can work on it.
So the Promethean boards are more advanced than they were when you had yours. You can have more than one person, but you still can only like 4 or 5.
Yeah, you can't get the whole class.
They can't fit in front of it. The cool thing about the Jamboard is they can connect and join a jam from any device.
Anywhere.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yep. So I give a shout out to Tom Mulaney. If you want to learn more about Jamboards, he's the man to see.
So my problem with interactive whiteboards
Mhm.
is that there's typically only one, and it's at the front of the room. So now you have a front of the room, and the focus is on the teacher and what the teacher's doing, or like a couple students demonstrating,
Yep.
instead of the focus being on the students learning.
That's right.
So that's why I have a problem with it.
Mhm. Yeah, there's Miss Jackie, your first babysitter. She's watching. Bandit. Yeah. Say hi.
Cool.
Remember.
Oh, you were little.
Like,
Yeah, she used to call you Smarty Pants or something like that. I forget what it was. And Pearl's daughter just graduated high school like yesterday. Yeah. So you're gonna say hi to Miss Jackie?
Hi.
What a little bandit. Every day I pick you up, and she'd always give me your afternoon snack, which was an apple.
Oh
Yeah, you were like obsessed with apples. And then now Drini is.
Trini is, yeah.
But I like my apple with Nutella. Everyone said something. Why do you have to put that on each one?
Let's see. So it's kind of interesting that interactive whiteboards came out in 1991, and we still have that many. We still have a lot of administrators thinking they're the best thing ever, and that every single classroom needs one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because they came with those clickers.
Oh yes, the
That
clickers.
when I got them, they were just a joke. Like kids would just make fun of them. Like, this was like 2012. Like, look, I have an iPhone 12. They used to say, I have an iPhone 12.
There's no.
Going back to question 3, Howard
Yeah.
Cuyuna says he sees he was primarily Chromebooks,
Yes.
but now he sees value in desktops for production. I would agree.
Yeah.
If you're doing
You
some
need
heavy duty
Yeah, you need
production,
onboard programs for that.
yeah,
Well, we got my own science teacher, Mr. Duncan, for Memorial. So
cool.
we're going strong. So, Mr. Duncan, what is your favorite piece of retro tech? Old school tech.
Candy.
Oh, Kendi's there. Kendi is your Tío Mario's friend from Honduras. So we've gone international tonight. We are live in Honduras right now.
Look,
Nice.
there's a bunch of hearts.
Yep. It's probably Kendi. Kendi's pretty cool. Yep. Yes. Oh, there's Eddie. I finally
Eddie's here.
I guilted him in. I put him on blast.
Well, isn't he done with his doctorate now?
I think so.
See,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he has time now.
I like using Go Animate in history and science. We video for math and film festivals and simple apps just for tutorials.
Cool. That's good stuff. Let's see. All right, so we've got a couple minutes or so,
What is he saying?
less than 2 minutes
Spanish.
until
Oh.
What is he
question
saying?
5.
He's saying greetings from Honduras. He says, God bless our family.
No. Really?
He doesn't speak English, but we speak enough Spanish to understand him.
Almost.
Yeah, you are. Yep, that's Kendi. He's cool. DJ Kendi. The Cerebrum.
Was that like a tech tool, or is that a
I don't think
like
I know
a
that
joke?
one, Mr. Duggan.
Or is it like a joke? Like
Oh, he's very sarcastic. So he
You know
might
what I'm
be making a joke.
like
He's never talking about his brain.
that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
what I'm probably thinking. Knowing Mr. Duncan, that's his sense of humor from what I remember. Would definitely be making that kind of a comment.
Thank you, Ashley.
So that's-
All right.
Five eyes in the camera.
That's right.
that's right.
4.
Okay. You know, we're going to be talking about CV Tech Talk, among other things, at the Google Energizer
That's
in
right.
Philly.
That's right.
Just saying.
See, we took us to go international once again.
Yes. All right. So question 5 just dropped,
Yes, it is.
and it says the Palm Pilot. Did you have one?
No,
I did.
I had the Pocket PC, which was like the next step after that.
I also a gold star.
Yeah, we got it,
A gold
see?
star.
Yep,
It's a gold star.
that's a joke. Pretty much.
Everyone wants a gold star.
Mr. Duncan misses the days when people just use their brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. So, the Palm Pilot aided organization. What high-tech or low-tech tools do you use to help students learn to be organized? I just worked on a session for KCI, Google Summit where I'm going to talk about Keep and teaching kids organization using Keep. Those of you that don't know about Google Keep, you got to check it out. It's amazing. I love it for both students and for personal use. Maybe that should be my answer on Twitter, huh? Okay.
Let's see. It's not super high tech using Google Keep, but I have unabashedly abandoned this. I tell the kids, don't even break out your agenda. When the school gives it, don't even use it because you guys don't even use it properly. There's a right way to do it. It's a valuable tool. You guys don't do it, and then you guys lose it.
Yeah.
And then you never even check it when you do it. So what do you always check? And you never lose your phone. So their agenda has now been replaced with Google Keep. It's part of their daily participation grade. So. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
So
Google Keep.
I was creating my Google Keep session today, Adam. You're going to love this. So I talk about how I put like a picture of index cards, and I talk about how digitizing notes so that, they don't get lost. And then I took a picture. Remember, I took a picture in your classroom of a student that had a 5-inch binder, literally. I just took a picture of the binder, not the student. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I put that in there. Would you rather? So we're helping people save their backs.
Yep.
We are, by using Google Keep to organize instead of a 5-inch binder, literally a 5-inch binder,
Yeah.
We are helping our students with their health.
That's right. Yeah, that
really
binder from Valerie Guzman is like legendary.
I have a picture of it.
It's massive. It's like no joke. It's like this thick.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So
So yeah, it made it into this session. I kept
Put it
waiting
this
for
way.
a time.
Google Keep, will do the reminder for you. Like you said, a location-based reminder. You put your address as soon as you walk in the door. Boom, there's your reminder. Because you're not gonna lose your
Done.
phone. Kids don't. They may mistreat their phone. They're always all cracked, but they
Like
still have
Brittany's
it.
Chromebook.
Now, will it make them remember do their work? No, but it removes one less excuse.
Right.
You don't have to go looking for your paper agenda. Some people work well that way, but this generation increasingly does not. So
And really,
I think they need to learn both. Both are valuable. The repetition will help you remember.
Yes.
Write it down, put it in your phone, boom, those 2 times, more likely to remember it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Zach Roca talks about the complexity of file system hierarchy.
Mhm.
This reminds me of the need to name files. I am
Yes,
so
that's
sick
part of just that
kids.
copier.
I know, I'm so sick of kids. Their Google Drive, untitled document, untitled document, untitled document, untitled document. And they wonder why they can't find anything.
Yep. That's part of that. That's a slide on my Digital Copier session where we talk about naming conventions. I tell the story. I don't know if Kendi's still watching, but our friend Mario messed up a few times on submitting, uploading the right assignment for class because he didn't have a horrible filing system. He didn't name his documents correctly. So
I remember I remember this because of something Howard Cayuna said. I remember when I first started teaching at the music school way back in, let's see, Dylan
14.
Dylan was born in 2003, back in basically 2003. And so the parents would write down the homework assignment, like usually on the back of the book. And I remember these camera phones were not very common then, right?
Yeah.
But
14,
one guy,
14 they were.
no, 2003.
Oh, 3. 14,
Yeah.
I'm like 14.
No, 2003. And so I remember the first time a parent came in and I write all the homework on literally a chalkboard. I had a chalkboard. So I'm writing the homework down on the chalkboard and the guy takes a picture of it. And I remember thinking, that's genius. And now like I have kids do it
So
all
a lot
the
of my
time.
kids now, when it comes to when I make them use Keep in the classroom, like I have my agenda up on the TV when they walk in, and some of them will actually type it into Keep. Most of them just walk up, take a picture with Keep.
Yeah, just fine.
I go, hey, it serves the same purpose. As long as I go, but you're only getting the points if you put the reminder.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of time or a
okay.
location. Otherwise, you're not getting that part of your
Yeah.
daily participation points.
Now, Amy, here we were really talking about how binders are awful. But Amy has an interesting point. Amy Downs from Visalia. She says a binder with pockets and subject dividers for organizing papers is a skill, and that not every student has a device in their hand or home. So I would agree that if the kids do not have devices, that they need to be organized somehow. So that's certainly a good point. You have to know your demographics. You have to know your students and where they come from for sure. Amy DeFries talks about color coding Google Drive folders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Google Calendar is something that I'm definitely going to push for more next year. I use Keep for that daily stuff, but getting them to use Calendar more is definitely a goal of mine for last year. And really what's also up in their game now is the Google Tasks. Since we're one-to-one,
yes.
You know, I set it up in our domain. When kids log in, the first page that pops up is Gmail.
Oh.
So it pops up there on the side of your Gmail. You have your tasks. So kids can put their little to-do list. I've been using that like crazy since they really upped that game on that.
Speaking of Gmail.
Yes.
I was talking to my son yesterday, and I asked him if he had emailed his counselor, and he said yes, but you know how he emailed his counselor? With a personal Gmail. I said, why don't you use the school one? I don't know if we even have schooled ones, but he says everyone. I said, then how do you guys email? We all have personal accounts. I thought, well, what if there's kids that, I mean, Gmail's free, but like, why would you not just integrate it? Like, why would you? So either it's not turned on, or they don't know it's turned on, or the teachers aren't showing them because the teachers don't know, like whatever.
Well, he does have G Suite, so he's.
Yeah, but you have to turn it on in the domain.
Yeah, but you click the waffle and then you can find it.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying,
if he has Google Classroom, there's gonna be a waffle there.
I know.
And if it doesn't show up, then we'll know.
Then you know, I know. But regardless of whether it's turned on or not, the fact that all the kids are using their personal email accounts for school work is a concern to me. Because even if it is turned on, they don't even know about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. And then how can you monitor the kids if you're so concerned about teaching kids good digital citizenship, and then you're asking them to use personal email accounts? That's just weird. So
question 6 is dropped, and it says Super Nintendo, my favorite, was released in 1991. How do you infuse gamification into the learning experiences you design?
There's a book you should read if you're interested in this. It's coming out at ISTE. Isn't it about gamification? Lindsay and Kate?
It's about play. It's about play.
Oh.
Not like gamification per se, but play in general.
Okay, well, close. It's close. I knew I was on the right track.
Yes.
All right.
Hello.
So gamification.
The whole world heard that, Bandit. So gamification for me, for the most part, is 2 simple apps, Quizzes and Quizlet Live. Kids are competing, kids are up there talking, and they're getting formative feedback. It kind of just checks all the boxes for me. Those are my go-tos. Let's see here. So there's a union in Nebraska, their teachers union for that state. And only if you understand like Cholo Spanish will this be funny.
I don't. So tell us.
But their union is called Neta. So if you know Spanish, like Cholo Spanish, then Neta is hilarious.
Why is it hilarious?
It's just hilarious. It's just the way they would use it. It kind of means like, I guess, like for reals.
Oh.
But the way you say it in the context, either like you're being serious or you're joking. So that's what makes it funny. So yeah, I'm part of Neta.
Funny.
Neta way.
So
that's hilarious.
I just had an interesting answer here to gamification, because gamification is about like getting points and leveling up, right? Mm-hmm. So I had a flashback to back in the day when I used group points for behavior, because that's what was done when I was a kid. That's what I saw done when I was student teaching. Like everyone did that, right? Especially in the elementary schools. But I don't really do that anymore. And I don't really think it's a good strategy, to be completely honest.
Nope.
Really, if we change the way we teach and it's engaging and motivating and we build relationships with kids, we shouldn't need group points. Anyway, but now I do love Quizzes, Quizlet Live, and there's a new one called Gimkit
Yes, I've heard of that one.
which is
I
pretty
haven't messed with it
cool,
yet.
but it's limited for the free version. So it's something you'd have to do like for the 5 most important assessments of the year, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's it. You can't do anything else, which is kind of unfortunate without paying for it. But it still has some really cool pieces to it.
Oh, your mom's
Oh, yes.
putting David on blast.
No, that's true. So yeah, my brother David.
He's reading Nintendo Power?
No, it was Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Oh, okay.
And so he would read that because we had Sega products, not Nintendo.
Losers.
And so he would find out about codes, and he all of a sudden, that proves that reading levels, keeping kids in their reading level is
Stupid.
gold, right? Because David was reading way above his reading
Speaking of
level.
reading levels, who is it that been posting that all week?
This week?
My Life After AR, Dustin Ellis.
Oh, good. Because
Hilarious.
it's ridiculous, these reading levels. Even Ariel, remember? Oh, I can't read that book. Why? It's outside my level. And remember, I was like, no.
Hell no, you
At
read
this
that
house,
book.
you read anything you want, anything. It could be, we don't worry about levels. We worry about the love of reading. You want to read something and it's more difficult than your teachers think. If you're motivated, you're going to figure it out. So, yeah. Anyway, there's more I could say about that, but. Oh, Janelle's here, but she's not using the hashtag. I'll do some Twitter saves. Janelle is probably going to be on a state sponsored video about computer science. I recommended her. Is that cool?
That'd be nice.
She knows her stuff. All right. So we've got question 7 dropping in less than 2 minutes. So Zach Roca said that Joe Marquez, one of our really good friends, taught him about GameStar Mech.
Yep.
Says you can play, design, and share games. Ooh, that's cool. I'm going to follow them. Are you familiar with that one?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not.
Heard from Joe.
Cool.
I mean,
All
I
right.
learned quizzes, Kahoot, Quizlet, all that stuff from Joe.
Quizlet Live I learned from Kate and
Live,
Lindsay.
yes, from Kate and Lindsay.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Quizzes I learned from Carippo, actually.
You know, from Joe, the old Clovis boot camp back in
Oh, okay. Okay.
back in the day.
Nice. Nice.
Whew, man.
All right.
Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Look, graduation.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's gonna be
right.
100 degrees too.
That's going to be, and it's outside, right?
Yep.
In the stadium, the new
New stadium. Yeah.
stadium. So
It'll probably be hotter because they have the all weather track, which absorbs all the heat. So,
Janelle said she hasn't had a smart board for 4 years and never missed it.
nope, not me either.
Make sure you tell it to my old principal that kept trying to get me to get a smart board. All right.
Yep, don't need a smart board.
I'm smarter than a smart board.
That's right.
I'm a teacher. I have a degree. I'm a professional. I have an advanced degree. I know my kids. A smart board doesn't. Don't need a smart
Don't
board.
need a smart board or textbooks.
No, it's not going to start on that whole thing, too.
Oh, question 7 just dropped. And
Okay.
it says Oregon Trail and Math Blaster were designed to be used one student at a time. What personalized learning system do you use, if any? Why or why not?
Oh, this sounds like a blog post I've been working on. Did you ever play Math Blaster, though?
I didn't.
It was so fun. That was gamification, like
Yeah.
big time. That was fun. I liked Math Blaster. That was the original cover, that picture in there that they had. It's pretty cool. Goodness, again. Let's see if it comes back this time.
Let's say. How can this be?